I know you guys love when I show it to you easy, impressive tricks that gets attention and help you to make tips. This one actually gets huge attention and it's really impressive. So if you will enjoy this episode, don't forget to give me a like. To get this move done safe and smooth, you need to learn balancing basics. I already showed it to you in previous tutorials, but just to remind to you, it's basically, let's say we will be learning everything on the forearm. You need to place the bottle and try to hold it for like at least a few seconds. So like you see the fine spot, and then hold it right here. Always use plastic bottles, don't forget, so this is the safest way to practice. And then just, you don't even have to move your hand too far, so just try to hold it for at least a few seconds. And you see, like if you're losing it, you bring it back. It shouldn't take too long, but once you get comfortable, you should be able to do like a little rotation, and then try to hold your hand straight. Don't hold it like this, it wouldn't look that impressive, so try to hold it as straight as possible. If you struggling, try to practice with a bigger bottle. I mean with like a bigger bottom, for example, something like also plastic, but it's really much easier to practice with the liquid inside. Or you can find something with a bigger bottom, maybe like Patron or Hendrix. So like those bottles would be very easy to hold. Place it, take it to the left hand. The same could be absolute. The heavier, the easier will be to balance it, just like this. And keep in mind, sometimes it would be nice if you get your eyes from the bottle and then also try to do rotation, but that one will come with confidence. So this is the basics. Instead of just placing bottle like this, you should be able to do a little throw. So you could hold neck, just like this, and then do a little throw. Make sure it's not going like sideways. You don't throw too hard. You just like start maybe a little throw like this, bam, and then try to hold it. You don't have to throw it from too far. So once you can do 10 out of 10, you should be able to hold it in the same hand. Let's say in right hand, I'm right-handed, and then you do a little throw like just straight, and then place it like this and catch. Try to experiment with different amount of liquid in the bottle. You see this one was wobbling back and forth, so it's just because it has less than half full. You see with completely full bottle, it would be like much easier. And you can see that the heavier the bottle again, the easier to catch it. So boom, this one is really easy. Just experiment with different amount of liquid. And of course, if you practice with like empty bottle, it would be pretty challenging. One more time, start with plastic. If it's hard, move to bigger bottles, plastic as well, and then you can move only to glass bottles and experiment with different amount of liquid. Option where you just place it using your left hand, do a little throw, or throw it from right hand into your right hand, like this. But this is the hardest, so you don't even have to practice this. It would be just as impressive if you just hold it, boom. So just make sure that you look good, confident, and sometimes it's nicer, let's say if your guest in front of you, it's better to do it sideways. It's just, you see, it looks better than, let's say, you would hold it this way. So once you get comfortable holding here, that's when the fun part starts. You actually can replace bottle with all kind of objects. For example, you should be able to easily hold shaker, glass, cheater shaker, mixing glass. Then you need to start practicing with bottle, holding it upside down for like at least few seconds. It will be hard, but I will show it to you how to make it easier. For example, if you hold both shaker on top of, or shaker or glass on top of bottle, it will be much easier to balance. So you just connect them, bottle upside down, shaker like this, and then you place them. It's much easier to hold, but you still need to pay attention and then try not to get your eyes from the shaker and the bottle. And then practice, take it from the bottle and then bring it back. This is a little bit hard, but it's very impressive move already. So of course, when you just hold an object, it wouldn't be so impressive. I mean, it looks good. Would be great if you can add some action to it. Like for example, the best way to impress your guest, and when you, let's say, hold the shaker and then do the pour. So just pretend that you have a bottle and then do it like this. One, cut, and then you start practicing with the bottle. So you hold it, boom, pump, and bring it back to the well. And that should be your practice. 1, 2, 3. Just pick it up from the bar, place it, and then take bottle, do the pour, bring it back, because this should be the practice move. Pump and finish. Looks really impressive when you already made your drink, so you're ready to serve, but you need to put a garnish and a straw, or just a straw, so you kind of just hold it for a few seconds, which already really good. But what you also can do, you can place a straw inside. So just like this, you place a straw inside and then separate them and serve the drink. Or let's say if you use a glass bottle, which is, let's say you don't have practice bottles, I would recommend to use a napkin, or better use a little slightly wet napkin. So just like this, you place napkin, and then if you put a glass on top, so it just wouldn't slide. So this is how you can hold it. And you put garnish and also hold, separate, and serve. Absolutely top of the line, like from 0 to 10, probably 100, if you will be able to do it with the bar spoon. So this trick was created many years ago by fantastic flair bartender Nicolas St. John, and when he did it first time, it like became one of my favorite moves to do behind the bar. Can't do it with like any bar spoons, you wouldn't be able to do it with this. This is kind of bar spoon you need, so with a flat base. Okay, and try to hold just for a few seconds on your arm, like this would be great. Like at least if you hold it for 1-2 seconds, because it's really hard to hold spoon by itself. But once you place object, maybe shaker or glass, it will be much easier. But you need to find the middle, like somewhere here, like this, and then support with your finger. So like hold 2 objects. So let's say place it. See, it's standard. It's just fine. So you can move, and then with your left hand support, so I support usually like this, then place it on your hand and make sure you release, so, and it's supposed to balance, but it's much easier to balance this way than just a spoon by itself. So you see, like even for me, I've been holding it for a really long time, but it's really hard to hold one spoon. Really, this is already easy, and much harder to hold it on the spoon, but at the same time so much more impressive. And of course you can try to add maybe ingredient, which would be really hard, so I would recommend just to hold, let's say when you finish drink, you also can place a napkin. You don't have to, but I would recommend to hold it on the napkin. You find the middle of the glass, and then very careful, of course, first practice maybe just with the ice. Take it, so spoon goes straight into your right hand. Once you get comfortable, you should be able to practice with a full cocktail. Just make sure that you find a middle. It wouldn't work if you like put it on the side, you're just gonna drop the cocktail. So find like right in the middle, and then hold it. See, that's already like, if you do this behind a bar, you will see how your guest will be like, wow, that's absolutely amazing. So if you don't get tips, then you should probably change the bar. And you can practice, let's say if you put in lime, just press like this, and then just practice, let's say there is a lime. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments what do you think. If you enjoyed this episode, please consider subscribing, and I will see you next week with a really cool stuff. Let's go. Nothing is impossible.